What's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamisha, also known as Mrs. Coda. So in this video, I am going to be talking about how to write the perfect cover letter. All right. And I have 5 tips for you. So we are going to jump into it right now. Okay. So you are asked to write a cover letter, or I should say, provide a cover letter to your employer. You are looking to get a new job, and you are like, oh my gosh, Tamisha, I need the perfect cover letter. So I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to give you a format, an outline, and proper structure when it's time for you to write this letter. Okay, so this is what you need to do. The first thing you need to do is put your name on it, right? Put your name and your contact information. That's the first thing that you should have on your cover letter. Just like you would with your resume, you want to make sure you have your information. So think of a letter, like you're writing a letter. You want to always have your contact information first. That's key. Next, you want to know who you are acknowledging. So if there is a person that, let's say, is the director that's going to be hiring you, you want to address to them. If you have no idea who you're addressing the letter to, or this is just going to be a general cover letter, I generally like to say to whom may concern. Okay, but it's always best to have someone that you're addressing the letter to, or you can go as far as putting down more of a general department name. Okay, so the third thing you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to acknowledge the company and how you fit in to the company. Okay, so you want to make sure you do your research, get a good understanding of about what the company is all about and what your role would look like being in this company. So that is step number 3. Acknowledge the company, right? Bring up something that you can say will make them be like, oh, wow, okay, I see that she did her reading, right? And then you also insert yourself on how you can fit into their company culture. Okay, so that's step number 3. Step number 4 is you're going to want to do a little quick mini overview of what they're probably going to expect to see in your resume. So you're going to want to highlight probably certain positions and what you did in those positions. And you also want to give a little bit about yourself. So this is step number 4. You want to talk again, a little bit of an overview about what is in your resume. So if you maybe have worked at this company, what did you do at the company, right? And a little bit about you. So I would probably say a little bit about you, all right? And then you also want to go into what you did at the previous jobs, you know, what your role was. And then as you do that section, you're going to want to flow into any additional skills, certifications, accomplishments, any of that. So the overview is just really giving them like an idea of who you are behind the resume. And then lastly, you're going to want to have a really good close, maybe just thanking them for just looking at your cover letter. You're going to want to provide, you know, like confidence in your closure, like, you know, I look forward to speaking to you soon. You don't want to make it too formal. I know sometimes people say you want it to be a nice formal letter. No, you want it to have personality. You want the person that's reading it to really get a picture of who you are. So definitely when you're writing your cover letter, obviously, you know, it has to be professional, but you don't want it to be stiff. You want it to have a little personality. You want it to stand out from probably all the other cover letters that they're going to be getting. If you want to know more about writing a cover letter, go ahead and just leave me a message below, and I can always elaborate on cover letters. Now, as you modify your letter for job to job, because this is the other thing, sometimes your cover letter is going to work for one company and it may not work for the next company. So what you want to do to kind of shift it and update it is you want to update it based on the job posting. Right? So if there's information in a job posting, you want to make sure that you're tailoring your information towards what their requirements are. All right. So obviously you don't want to be fraudulent, right? That will not end well for you. but you do want to make sure that you're highlighting the things that they're mentioning in their job posting in your cover letter. But also you want to bring your own spin to it, your own personality, but definitely want to hit on their specifics. And every job postings, they're going to have an area there where it's called qualifications. And you want to make sure that you zone in on that as well. And that's going to be very important. So call to action, right? You want to make sure that when you're doing your closure that you again provide your information. I usually like to put my phone number in that section there. I usually have my phone number twice. I'll have my phone number at the top where where I have just like a letter I said to you guys, where I have my information. I have my phone number, my email at the bottom. And then when my closure, I will also add, I look forward to hearing from you soon. Please, you can contact me at such and such number or via email at blah, 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 right? Like I mentioned before, you don't want your cover letter to fall flat. So you really want to express the passion that you have for whatever the profession is. So I'm talking about occupational therapy. You want to express a passion of why you are in the field and why you want this job. Again, don't make your cover letter too long, guys. Like these should be like 2 or 3 sentences, right? For each of those points that I mentioned, because at the end of the day, you want just one page. Like I don't feel that you need to have like 2 or more pages in the cover letter because you're just going to lose the reader. All right. At the end of the day, people just don't have time to be reading like multiple page cover letters. So really with your cover letter, it should just be 1 page, 3 paragraphs. And so like the beginning will be just like your introduction, and then you have your middle part, which is where you're acknowledging the company, you're acknowledging your skills, your certs, all their accomplishments, and then you have your closure. 3 paragraphs mainly. But it's like you're creating a story, right? A story of who you are and why you want the job, why you're a good fit, and why they need to hire you. So if you are not familiar with persuasive writing, that's something that you might want to do research on, persuasive writing, so that your cover letter can really stand out. So I hope that this was helpful. Please be sure to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, until next time, guys. Bye-bye.